So let's talk about my perfume collection and fragrances that I would definitely recommend for women to have in their collection. Perfume is highly subjective, I'm quite aware. But to be honest with you, I would recommend certain perfumes that every woman should have in their collection. I think that regardless of whether you're a floral girly, a musk girly, a vanilla girly, gourmand girly, you like unisex masculine scent girly, whatever kind of girly you are, I think that these fragrances I'm going to recommend for you today is going to fit one out of one of those bills. So if you're interested, let's get started. Initially, when I was collecting, when I first started, I felt like I was collecting for the aesthetics more so than the smell. Fragrances I'm going to share with y'all today, almost every single one of them have been complimented by women. No, it's not almost. All of them were complimented by women more than one occasion. And that's why I think they're good recommendations. A fragrance that I get a lot of compliments on, and it doesn't matter when I wear it, whether I layer it or not, but mostly when I don't layer it, is Kasia or Kasia, and this is from Mind Games. This fragrance, I don't need to spray a lot, but I do spray a lot because I'm an oversprayer, right? But this fragrance gets a lot of compliments, especially from people who tell me that they like fragrances that are sweet but clean. That's kind of a hard mix to get because sometimes sweet, it just comes off way too sweet and cloying and sticky. But this is such a good fragrance. It has beautiful arrangement of fruits and flowers in here, a tad bit of musk, but on my skin the musk doesn't protrude very heavily or like eggy vibe. I don't get that. It's not sharp at all. It's beautifully blended. So I would say this is a definite must have for your collection, a definite must have for women to have in their collection. And this is Kasia or Kasia by Mind Games. One brand I see a lot of women liking and I get a lot of compliments when I wear their fragrances is Kayali. I don't care which Kayali I spray on, I tend to get a compliment. And the fact that I layer Kayali fragrances quite a bit is probably one of the reasons I get so many compliments when I wear it. But I always get asked, what am I wearing? And I share with them my combo if I'm wearing a combo, or I tell them the main fragrance. Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar by Kayali happens to get a lot of compliments, as is Vanilla 28 gets a lot of compliments. Well, those are the two top ones I get compliments on a lot of times from Kayali. If you like fruity and you ask me, hey Pam, what's a good fruity fragrance? I'm always going to recommend this one here. This is a beautiful creamy fragrance, creamy fruity. This is Oriana by Parfums. Now I know that this fragrance is back and forth with people, but for me, I would always recommend it because I get a lot of compliments when the teacher hosted an event and I went and everyone was basically complimenting me on how I smelled. I tend to wear this with Kama Sutra and Kama Sutra Crystal, and I get a lot of compliments when I wear that layering combination, but even when I wear it by itself, Oriana brings in the compliments. Now, performance-wise, it's not the best thing, so I would say get this on the gray market where you're not paying full price for it, because it's an ungodly amount of money for not lasting as long on people. This is what the complaint has been, but it's definitely one that I would recommend time and time again. So this is Oriana by Parfums. I have to recommend this fragrance because I get tons of compliments when I wear it. And when I say tons, I'm talking about more than 5 compliments every time I wear it. And I tend to wear it out when I'm out and about shopping, when I'm going to be around a lot of people because I'm fishing for compliments. Anyways, this is by Studio Sense. It's called By a Dare. This is a very nice, old world, old school vibe type of fragrance. I was followed around in the PX, I think it was. I was working, I was still in the military at the time. And I remember walking around the PX and 2 people came up to me. Okay, one came up by the makeup counter and the other person came, I was in electronics, and the person came up to me and asked me what I was wearing because the fragrance reminded them of something, but they couldn't put their finger on it. And they said it just smells better, meaning more refined. This is a beautifully blended fragrance. It's an artisan house, so you're getting fragrances that are handmade, okay? This is such a gorgeous fragrance. I love this fragrance a lot. So this is By a Dare. I would highly recommend if you're looking for something, if you like vintage, old school vibe, nothing that's too chemical smelling, I think you want to give this house, Studio Sense, and By a Dare a try. Can we all agree that the term boss babe has been played out? Okay, well, it's still in circulation for me. Boss Babe is New York Fifth Avenue by Fragrance Du Bois. If you are that sassy, classy, very well styled, put together woman or guy this is a fragrance that you want to have in your collection. But for women, I think that if you are somebody that wants to give that energy off, you're gonna love this one. I actually like New York Fifth Avenue to wear when I'm wearing like button downs, white shirts and stuff. I very rarely wear it with casual clothing. I normally wear it when I'm dressing up to go somewhere. I really like the way this layers as well, but you don't have to layer it. You don't need to layer it. New York Fifth Avenue is great by itself. It's not overwhelming. It's not like crazy powerhouse, choke you out kind of vibe. I'm not getting any of that with this fragrance. So yeah, New York Fifth Avenue by Fragrance Du Bois is definitely a must have in any woman's collection. When this fragrance came out, a lot of people were talking about it, but I don't hear many people talking about it anymore. Now, if you're somebody that likes more of you're more of the like androgyny type vibe when it comes to perfume, you don't want it too girly, too floral, or too crazy masculine, too vetiver-ish, I think this is a good one for you. This is Nefs by Nishane. This is a really interesting fragrance because I'm getting very much a woody, earthy undertone to it. I like it because it makes me feel powerful when I wear it. Point blank period. I feel like, you don't know what I'm wearing. And I like it because my husband could wear it too. That's a plus in this household. Although he thinks he has too many fragrances. I don't think so, but he does. Anyways, back to this. For women, I think that if you like fragrances that border on the androgynous vibe, the Grace Jones vibe, this is a fragrance that you might want to give a try. It's so beautiful on the skin. And once it dries down, it doesn't smell more feminine or more masculine. It just stays right there in the middle, just beautifully blended. So this is Nefs by Nishane. Now, if you're more into boozy fragrances, you like cigar bars, you like hookah lounges, that type of vibe, Angel Share by Kilian is one I would definitely recommend. As you can see, my daughter done gone through this, child. She gets lots of compliments with it. This is a beautiful boozy vanilla fragrance. It has a very gourmand, nutty vibe as well, but you mostly get the boozy vibes to it. I absolutely love wearing this fragrance a lot. I layer it with cookie butter from Skin Potions, and I also layer it with a Sugar Mama's pistachio oil. I've layered it with that too, and I got tons of compliments. I find that it's a nighttime fragrance, even though when it dries down, it's perfect for the day, but I find that it's more of a nighttime type of fragrance. So this is Angel Share, and this is by Kilian. So Raja Elixir is a fragrance I think everybody should have in their collection. All women should have this fragrance in your collection. It's a beautiful floral fragrance. It has that watery, but I use the word elevated a lot because that's how I feel when I spray this fragrance on. I'm nursing this one, okay, because the price point, okay, but I think it's a fragrance that it should be in your collection, especially if you're a fan of the Raja Dove, the DNA in their fragrances. Honorable mention, a little pricey, is Fève Gourmand by Guerlain. Now this fragrance, it smells very similar to JPG fragrance, but I'm not going to get into that. I just think it's a fragrance. If you like gourmand fragrances, you like sweet, you need to get your nose on this one because I absolutely love it, and I think everyone should have it if you like sweet fragrances. Please comment below if you've tried any of these fragrances that I mentioned today, and if you found value, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're digging this kind of content, especially if you landed here for the first time. My name is Pamela. I'm thankful for you for hanging out with me today, and I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. All right, my dears, please take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.